Hi, my name is Michaela Vera. I am a preschool teacher and currently a Grand Canyon University student. This is my first official professional disposition of learners video where I'm going to go ahead and discuss the area and dispositions that I currently possess and where I feel proficient and strong in, as to where there are different areas that I need to strengthen, along with qualities that I feel all educators should possess. The main dispositions I feel that I possess are going to be high expectations, fairness, honesty, compassion, dedication, and professional conduct. I feel professional conduct is a big one that is important for me to maintain, that I feel I do rather well, since it's understanding that once you begin working with a school or a school site, that you are no longer a representative of yourself, but that you're a representative of the school and school district that you're a part of, that whatever happens inside and outside of the classroom not only reflects on you, but it also reflects on the school site and district as well. It is also important to maintain professionally ethical relationships with all students, staff, and parents. It's important to treat everyone with respect and make sure that you are maintaining that, again, very professional relationship with all. High expectations, I feel, are very important for all students. And although it is important to keep high expectations, it's important to keep understandable expectations to help students not only maintain that their confidence, but help them understand that they are more than capable of reaching standards that they never thought were possible. And lastly, I feel that honesty, fairness, dedication, and compassion are all areas where students deserve to have us at our best for that. It's important that we are dedicated to helping our students that we care so much about and want to make sure that we see them succeed and thrive. And honesty, fairness, and compassion are all areas that we need to make sure that we are implementing within this education, and also helping to be an example to not only our fellow colleagues, but also being a leading example in these areas to our fellow students. Some areas of these dispositions that I could definitely improve on would be reflection, curiosity, and advocacy. It's not necessarily that I'm unaware of how to carry out these areas, but I know there are areas that I can definitely improve upon. For example, in reflection, I understand it's important to take a step back and really see where or when you can better yourself in the classroom. For example, as a preschool teacher, I've begun to understand that since I work with little ones, I have to do my best to develop a more interactive curriculum to help keep that attention maintenance. And in order to do that, I was doing a lot of, work on my own, trying my best to research, when in actuality, I really could have helped myself in the longer run by just asking one of the fellow teachers and just asking for their opinion or what ideas I could bounce off of them, which I feel I do a lot better now, but I still will need to work on, I feel like, before I begin teaching. Curiosity is something I definitely really want to try to implement into the classroom without getting too overwhelmed with the idea of like, okay, this area needs to be met. We need to make sure that our students are already learning about this by this time and stuff like that. But just to make sure that we're pushing for their curiosity and helping them understand that there is still real world application for academics in everything. For example, I hear it seems more frequently of kids saying, oh, like math isn't something that's very versatile in the world, when in actuality, for example, what sparked my interest in mathematics and statistics was learning that statistics is heavily used in pharmaceuticals, where you're able to determine half-lives of medication and figure out how long it takes for certain medications to break down the body, which I found very interesting. And I thought, wow, these are actual giant long equations that can actually be used to help someone improve their career life and work in their work field. And lastly would be an area of advocacy that I could definitely improve upon. I understand that there's always good ways to do things, but it's important to be an advocate to always go ahead and try something new, which may be out of my comfort zone, which I feel is something I struggle with, is getting out of that comfort zone area and trying to be more open to learning about new ways to teach students, or learning about different programs, or trying my best to try to fundraise, find donors for student activities and projects, which I feel could really benefit them in the long run. Lastly, I feel that the qualities that would best be displayed by educators, or that should be displayed by educators at all times, would be, again, going back to that maintaining professionalism, because that is something that is long lasting and impactful and is always necessary wherever you are. It's also important to uphold all these dispositions realistically, and just to make sure that we are all doing our best to carry them out the best we can. Obviously, no one is perfect, but it is important that we maintain and try our best to make sure that we are doing our due diligence in this, giving respect to everyone, including students, teachers, staff, parents, everyone that we come in contact with, as again, we are a reflection of not only ourselves, but the school district and the school site that we represent. Another important part for me especially is creating a safe place for all students, where I feel that area of inclusivity, diversity, and being ethical is very important, and to make sure that all students feel included and no student feels excluded in any way, shape, or form based off their background, gender, anything like that, and making sure that it is a safe space where students don't have to be worried about coming to class or have to be worried about feeling different than other students. And so that's one of my biggest things that I really want to implement into my future classroom. And most importantly, just making sure that I am inclusive to all and for all students.